With the upcoming dual release of Volume 29 and 30 of Jujutsu Kaisen's final chapters, a lot of fans, including myself, are wondering, will there be any major corrections or any major changes to the overall story at large? The ending of Jujutsu Kaisen is already very contentious among its fan base and larger manga space in general, so for the notion that there should be some major changes, I could see that there could be a case to be made. Now obviously there will be some artwork changes and improvements. In my personal opinion, I feel that one of the biggest changes we'll see to a singular fight goes will be the Gojo/Yuta fight versus Sukuna. That fight, as far as the other things going on in Shinjuku, felt very underwhelming because of how large the reveal was. The hype that had the fans by the throats when we saw Gojo's ghost appear in front of Sukuna, that he actually opens his up and we see the stitches across his forehead. That was crazy. That was hype. And so then this is around the time when Gege got sick, unfortunately, so the chapter had to be split up and it just felt very inconcise. It felt very underwhelming. So in my personal opinion, I definitely do think that will be one of the bigger changes that we see, as well as some stuff possibly with Hana and Jacob's ladder. To me, I feel like Hana's presence in the story was just very neutered. I feel like they should have been able to do a bit more, especially with this final Jacob's ladder that she attempted to do on Sukuna, because it just felt like Jacob's ladder has never really done anything besides scare Sukuna. But even when in his Heian form at the very end, he was able to scale it and get to her while it was going off. So there's that. The bigger question that people want to know is if the ending is going to change, or if Gege is going to change anything regarding the conclusions that were not met previously. Now, in my personal opinion, again, I think the ending is overall fine. I think it's pretty good, especially with Sukuna. We might get some more chapter. Overall, I think it is fine. I will tell you right now, My Hero Academia has the final volume with an additional 30 pages. Do you know what that would mean if we got that Jujutsu Kaisen, bro? I'm still coping for the Heian era flashback, man. Listen, it could happen. It could happen. I'm just saying. We're coming up on 2 months of no JJK, so hey, if we got another month, if that's 3 months to cook up a flashback, Gege, I'm just saying. I'll just say. Gege, I promise I will not say another slanderous word towards you for another 2 weeks if you give me a Heian era flashback, please. I'll tell you what though, I'll tell you what, I'll make a bet with y'all. If there is a Heian era flashback, or if there is an additional 30 plus pages of Jujutsu Kaisen total in these last 2 volumes, I will read the first 100 chapters of Yu Yu Hakusho. And in addition to sweeten up this deal, I'll read the first 100 chapters of Boruto. It's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Now, I will tell you that there is a distinct possibility we might actually get a name to Yuji's domain expansion. The name itself doesn't really matter. I don't know why people got so caught up with this idea that we need to know Yuji's name for his domain expansion. We know what it does. The name doesn't fundamentally change what it does. I mean, similar to Ichigo's True Bankai, you know. Actually, not at all. Ichigo's True Bankai sucks because we still don't know what that does. We never saw it. We don't have a name for it. Nothing. Dude, I really hope that the Bleach anime changes that, man, because not good, Kubo, not good. Slight tangent here, but people will hop to Kubo's defense as far as some of like the really egregious errors going on in the 1,000-Year Blood War, especially that I talked about in my last video regarding that whole topic. And even like some of the stuff that I talked about was not changed in official volume releases when he had time to change them. So you know, that was his original vision. So people are like, oh, well, the anime is going to capture his actual original vision. What about the volume release chapters? What about those? Was that just not Kubo? Was Kubo just not involved with those at all? Like, what are we talking about? This is a very nitpicky thing, but I genuinely hope that Gege does some rewrites or just goes back to the drawing board on that whole simple domain situation. That whole chapter just felt very off, especially for a third to final chapter. Why are we discussing simple domain and its lore? This should have been in chapter 70, 60, not chapter 271 to 270. What is this? The old woman dying and all that Gege can throw that in the trash. That did not deserve to be in the series, in my person. Now, as far as some other answers between Kenjaku as well as Yuji's parents and all that, we might get to see some stuff like that. That would make me really happy if we got to see where Jin is. Did he actually die? Did Kenjaku seal him somewhere? We can infer that Kenjaku probably killed him, but we just have no recollection of them. Kiori, we have no idea what happened with Kiori and how how Kenjaku infiltrated her body. There's a lot of stuff, especially with Kenjaku, that rubbed me the wrong way that the series did not go into. And I'm not trying to read it in a fucking data book or a novel, man. Seriously. Dude, if there's like a light novel like Jujutsu Kaisen Shadows of Blood Drops or something like that that answers all these questions, I would be real that I'm gonna slander Gege for the rest of time. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Seriously, don't. Now, I'm not sure legally what would need to happen if we were to like, hey, here's like an extra like 5 chapters or something like that, just to cover some stuff. But you know, I'm sure there's a tasteful way to do it. But to me, yeah, I think that Gege has a real big opportunity with these last couple releases to patch up some of these holes. And I think that a lot of perception revolving around the series will be fixed. Now, is a lot of this hate towards Jujutsu Kaisen unsubstantiated? Absolutely. I think that a lot of people are genuinely pretty fucking butthurt that the series ended anyway. And so when the series ended, people wanted more and they got upset and they got angry that they can't see Jujutsu Kaisen anymore. Because Jujutsu Kaisen, it truly had that motion, man. Seriously. Not even talking about numbers, but in terms of hype, reception, the actual anime adaptation being as viewed as it was, people love this series, man. So to see all this hate come towards it, just like a typical shonen ending, oh, pish posh, means nothing to me. Now, as far as the circumstances behind Kenjaku's death, I was really hoping in volume 28 that it would be fixed, but it just wasn't, unfortunately. So I don't know. Maybe we see some more stuff with Tengen and his thoughts on the situation. We see their relationship between Tengen, Kenjaku, and Sukuna. Maybe we get some more lore on Ryomen. There's a lot of stuff that Gege has the opportunity to touch on, to fix. As far as Yuji's domain expansion, I actually don't want him to touch it. I actually feel like Yuji's domain expansion was perfect. Maybe we get some more, you know, upscale drawings and some more backgrounds, some more hand-to-hand combat. But I love Yuji's domain expansion. I love it for it. I don't really have anything negative to say about that in particular. But yeah, you want to know something very funny about these two volume covers is the fact that people have been trashing Gege as an artist for like a pretty long time at this point, and people are saying that he's like the worst new gen artist and all this bullshit. Bro, Sukuna and Yuji on these covers, ooh, Sukuna like making his mouth smile. Yes, you see what my goat Gege can do when he's not restricted to a weekly schedule. Now listen, listen. Korokoshi though, like drawing a weekly page while the My Hero anime was going on, that man's crazy. I'm still glazed Korokoshi, but Gege can draw, man. I'm telling you, we can. Yes. Please, Gege, for the love of God Almighty, give us his Heian era flashback. Like, Gege consistently will doubt his own creative abilities and all that, which I kind of feel bad for, because if you look at a lot of interviews, he doubts himself a lot, and he, you know, talks about his own shortcomings. But dude's accomplished a whole lot at only the age of like 34 to 33. Like, dude's been killing it. So I'm hoping that there's some more stuff that we have yet to see, especially with a dual release. I'm hoping and praying to God that there is some more stuff that we have some more depth into. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you guys think that Gege is actually going to go ahead and give us some more juicy lore, cover some things that haven't been covered? Do you guys think he's going to give us some more flashbacks between Gojo and his students? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys think that the volumes 29 and 28 will have anything in addition that Gege will want to change, to switch up? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious. Anyway, guys, it's me, boy Daffy. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves and have a damn good one. Peace.